Grand Rising. So first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer, alright? I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process, alright? Also, y'all already know, that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, alright? Now, before we jump in, because I don't always get the opportunity to pause in the middle of what I'm saying to acknowledge you. So I appreciate all y'all's love, all y'all's likes, all y'all shares, all your subscribes, all your kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you, right? Now let's get started, chosen ones. See, I had to keep asking you, how are you feeling? And I really want you to be real with you, right? The reason why I'm asking you, because there's certain energies that's projecting upon you currently. There's certain people that you already walked away from that are starting to project into your energy. So we're going to have to talk about this, right? See, chosen ones, there once was a time where you were dependent on these individuals. Whether or not it's because you was chasing love and you expected them to give it to you, whether or not this was family members that you wanted to support you, whether that was a position that they promised you, so on and so forth, right? There used to be certain ways that you used to deal with it. See, either this was that masculine or feminine that you were pursuing. They were running from you. They didn't want love. They didn't want affection. They didn't want that affection, that abundance, that protection, so on and so forth that came with dealing with you, right? There's certain moves that you used to be into. See, you used to allow certain individuals to connect with you, whether or not that was sexually, mentally, emotionally, physically, so on and so forth, right? See, I'm reiterating this, and I keep replaying and saying this because I want you to realize what certain individuals are trying to do to get back in. See, chosen ones, right now, I do not want you to allow certain boredom to grab a hold of you. You understand me? And we're going to break this down. See, you know how there once again was a time where you were dependent on them. Certain people that you kept trying to pursue them. Certain people you kept trying to beg them to love on you, beg them to accept you, beg them to protect you. Certain individuals that you knew wasn't good for you because intuitively you felt that. Certain people that you seen through the things that they were showing you, you already established that. See, I want to remind you where you came from so that you don't go through that cycle again. Because sometimes you allow boredom to get back into you, and now you replaying that cycle again. You understand me? See, pay attention to how you feel, because there once was a time where, again, you may have used certain substances to get through certain shit. Now you no longer have to spend your funds on certain things because you truly healed from them. There once was upon a time where, again, this person, you used to wonder around who they talking to, who else they dealing with outside of you, what they saying, who they messing around with, so on and so forth, right? See, you got out of that. Now I want you to realize, because you have conquered that, because you no longer are attached to that, you start feeling good. You start progressing, right? You started to see everything start to align for you, right? You started to see that your light truly shines bright, correct? See, I had to remind you so that you don't go back down that cycle again. Because again, chosen ones, I want you to realize that you are so confident that you conquered that demon. You are so confident that you got out that cycle. Now you are seeing exactly what they were showing you when you was going based upon their potential and not who they were being for you. See, I had to remind you this, chosen ones, that when you was with them, they didn't accept you. They didn't love you. They didn't give you no type of recognition. These individuals that you wanted a relationship out of them, you was willing to be patient with them. But again, they was selling a false dream. That was an illusion. They made you feel like if you dealt with them as they healed, that the end result was going to be love, a marriage, a title, children, whatever the case may be. The same pertaining to that job position. They promised you if you sacrificed all your time, if you worked and invested in what they needed you to do, that they would promote you. They had a position for you. They had certain funds that was going to come through, but it never did. Every time that opportunity got presented, they came up with an excuse on why you didn't get it, right? Oh, why? See, certain family members too. See, you sat there and tried to put yourself in their shoes. You tried to understand that what they was doing didn't have nothing to do with you, but you still was there trying to build up these individuals that was hurting you, right? Oh, I see. Again, I'm going to remind you, chosen ones, because there once was upon a time where you were dependent on them in one way, shape, or form. You either was pursuing that illusion that they could be the person that you needed them to be, whether or not that was through a position, family, a partnership, a friendship, so on and so forth. See, I had to repeat this. Why? Because you were so confident that you disconnected from them, that your boredom is going to allow them to come back in. And when I say that, chosen ones, there may have been a moment in time where you were sexually connected to people, right? See, once upon a time, you wanted a relationship out of them. They kept entertaining other individuals out of that connection, right? There was once upon a time where you again wanted this person to drop everybody else and focus fully on you. You wanted them to let down other options, right? To secure a position with you. When those individuals failed to do it, what did you allow to happen? Did you allow their projections to change you into that same person, meaning that you once wanted a relationship, then you started to become complacent with them, then you started to realize, okay, well, you'll accept that friends and benefits position. Now you was acting like you was in control because you was calling the shots when they could have access to your body, mind, soul, so on and so forth. See, there once was a time, chosen ones. See, you were dependent on them. They tricked you out of your position. They made you sit there and forget the things that you were seeking to get. You started settling from less of them because you felt that you was in control of it. See, I had to remind you because they're going to come back in. See, those people that you were so secure and so certain that you finally got out of your energy, those people that you no longer pursuing a position with them, you no longer chasing a friendship, a connection, so on and so forth, they trying to return right now. See, when they return energetically, they gonna start to tear you down. So I want you to think about who you're communicating with. Because just because you feel like you in control of that dynamic now you're not chasing them down, now that you're not trying to pursue and get a relationship out of them, you don't need to have no contact with them. Because everything that they failed to heal, they going to have project on you. They going to transfer that over to you. So that partner that was just settling for a friends with benefits position, that person that wanted to call you up when they wanted to get certain sexual gratification, certain people that called you just to hit it and quit it, and you thought that you had control over the situation, so therefore at times you was with it. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize how the devil will finesse you. The devil will make you feel like, again, these are the things that you want to do because you have certain control over them. Don't allow that to dictate you. Because again, those same demons that you battled, those same cycles that you disconnected from, those people didn't do their work. They still got that stench on them. So therefore, again, they're going to rub that energy off on you. Now you wondering why you starting to replay those cycles again. See, we going to have to talk. Pay attention to how you feeling. See, some of us, we've been celibate for a long time, right? We waiting for that divine partner to come through. We no longer giving our body to certain individuals who don't deserve it. We no longer entertaining certain individuals who didn't earn it. See, I want to remind you that, chosen ones, because don't allow boredom to get to you. Don't allow the devil to try to make it seem like they having fun without you to influence you. See, because you have control over your mind, body, and soul, you started to see certain things get aligned for you, right? You started to see when you stopped having sex with so-and-so, you started to see a certain light, right? Your gifts start coming back. You're able to manifest quickly. Certain people around you are showing love to you too, just because you got away from that misery. See, chosen ones, I want you to pay attention to how your mind works when you connect with certain individuals. Because again, you feeling like you conquered those demons within. You feeling like you finally disconnected from those cycles you was in. But that person that you having conversations with is still in it. So what that's going to do to you? You're going to start to think sexual, right? Some of you may have started to be in certain sexual moods where you like, damn, I'm ready to finally break my celibacy. Now you trying to ponder who's worth doing certain things with. Don't let the devil finesse you. Because if you was to give in to that past person who neglected you, who showed you their true colors, who didn't give no love to you, that just wanted certain things out of you so that they can build with somebody else. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, that they're going to try to get in your energy again. These individuals, again, are going to try to connect to you. They having sexual dreams about you, trying to call you in. You considering, again, breaking your celibacy with them. Whole time you feeling like because you're in a different position, now that you know exactly what they're doing, you won't go through that again. If you connect to them, don't fall for that. You understand me? I want you to remember, because if you was to break your celibacy with them, you would have nothing but regret about it. You know that you would have recharged them. You would have known that you put yourself in that cycle again. So I want you to break through these urges that those people are providing you. See, you ain't watched no flicks, right? You ain't been doing certain shit, right? But as soon as you start texting that person again, all of a sudden these thoughts is getting in your head. Now you talking about, well, it might not be as bad because now you in a different dynamic. Nah. Don't get finessed. You understand me? See, I want you to realize you waiting, that was your test. You waiting to release yourself. You waiting to sexually free yourself. You've been patient because you know that person that you're going to give to has been waiting just like you. You know that person that you're going to give to is no longer connected to demonic individuals. You know that person that you're going to give that to is going to reciprocate that energy back to you. So after you done with them, you're not going to feel drained. You're not going to feel ashamed. You're not going to feel sad or mad that you went through that cycle again. See, chosen ones, you better hold this. You heard me. See, now we going to have to talk. See, some of you are having sexual urges. I want you to shake that shit off because it's not going to be worth it. You understand me? You're going to give them a piece of your energy again. Then you're going to get in your feelings because you're not somebody who just sleeps with people to do that shit. You actually have feelings. You give your heart to them. You understand me? So if you was to go back down that road again, give them a piece of you just because you need a certain quick fix. Whole time you gonna regret that because they gonna pull your ass back in. Now you gonna be thinking about who they texting outside of you. You gonna be thinking who else they done said these lines to. You gonna be thinking about who else they having sex with. See, you may only be focused about sleeping with one person, but if the person that you sleeping with is sleeping with others, then those demons have access to you too. So do you want to put yourself back in that position where those people are energetically eating off of you, where those people are draining you, where that sex magic that they did, that other people did to that person that you talking to bleeds off on you? Do you want those demons to get a recharge off of you, or do you want to contain it and wait for the person who earned those things? See, chosen ones, be smart. You understand me? See, some of you are like, oh, well, I'm over that individual. I ain't trying to pursue a relationship with them. So now we can be friends. Now we can be associates. Whole time that's a finesse. Because they know that, again, you have feelings for them. So they're going to try to get that back moving, get that back in motion. See, chosen ones, you got to be cautious of who you connected to. Whoever you connect to, I want you to really look from the outside looking in. Are you willing to take those risks for whatever the shit that they dealing with to bleed off on you? See, you did the work. You stopped, again, going based upon certain sexual satisfaction. You stopped having to disguise your feelings under drugs or drinking. You stopped doing certain things that you was doing. You started to change the way you're thinking. You do not want to go back that road again, because think of how difficult it was to disclose and detox from them. Do not get caught in that hype. See, just because, again, you finally separated yourself from that cycle, don't feel like you can put yourself in that position again to be friends with your enemy. See, the devil's going to try to act like you've been missing a few things. The devil's going to act like certain things is worth that risk, but I want you to realize what you came out of. You understand me? Are you going to willingly sacrifice yourself again? Are you going to willingly put yourself and re-sign this lease with these toxic ass family or friends? Are you going to willingly allow these people to use you so that they can go to other individuals and build again? No, you're not. So shake that shit off. You understand me? See, if you find yourself starting to think about sexual things and you know that you done had that shit shaking out your system for a minute, I want you to think of who you was holding conversations with. That baby mother, baby father, homegirl, homeboy, so on and so forth, right? Because I want you to realize whatever they going through is going to bleed off on you if you allow them to have access to your light. You heard me? So is that worth that risk? Are you willing to sacrifice all that hard work and time that you put in? Are you going to allow everything that you went through to sit there and be for nothing? Or are you going to shake that shit off and stand in your purpose and be patient? Because that person who really comes in is going to earn everything that you provide them. See, you're going to have to make a decision, chosen ones. This is literally you. You're going to have to be forced to face the old you. That means the person that you was when you was connected to these so-so ass individuals. See, at that time that you aligned with them, I want you to realize that in one way, shape, or form, you was reflecting the same energy that they was giving. So if you was with them and you was willing again to have sex with them, knowing that they was entertaining other individuals, just so that you can feel a piece of something within you, so that you can get entertainment or feel like victorious with these individuals, you was doing the same thing that they was doing to you too. You understand me? So again, these individuals don't even know you because you ain't even know you when you knew these individuals. So shake that shit off. It's not worth it. You understand me? See, if you find yourself all of a sudden you having headaches, you feeling all tired, you feeling all exhausted, and it's coming based upon the fact that you had a conversation with somebody that you shouldn't have been connected with. You trying to re-spark a friendship that Ben had in. Somebody who showed you their true colors when you were connected to them. See, do not sign yourself back up for that cycle. You heard me? Because again, everything that they battling, they going to transfer back over to you. Why you think they even reaching out to you to get it recharged? You understand me? See, chosen ones, do not get finessed. You heard me? Do not get finessed out your blessings. You done sat there and put this time in. Do not sit there and volunteer yourself to that same shit again because you feel like you in a different position. Because one thing's for sure, they going to try to project their energy upon you, have you doing the same thing again. Now you in your feelings. Now you sad. Now you upset. Now you feeling stagnant when that's not you. That was your test. See, now you feeling like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Whole time, that's those people transferring that energy upon you. See, shake that shit off. You understand me? Don't allow the devil to finesse you out your blessings. You done sat there and put that work in. And if for some reason you cave into them, you better come get your ass back to reality quick. You understand me? Don't you sit there and be complacent with that same cycle that you was in. Because if you choose this old person, they know that they preventing that new person from coming through. If you choose to entertain that person, you know energetically that's going to prevent your true divine boo from coming through. So you won't have to make that choice. That past, who already done showed their ass, showed you that they didn't have the ability to love you nor accept it? Or are you going to take your time and allow that new person to come in, play their position because they had to prepare for you in order for you to even get to them? You understand me? See, your true divine partner been through the same thing as you. So therefore, they had to properly prepare themselves for that blessing that was going to come through, meaning you. So the same test that you face, they are currently facing too. They going to have to make a choice. Are they going to embrace the new, or are they going to go back to that old individual? See, you already know what you get with them. They going to act like they love you. Then they going to put you through that same cycle again. They going to want to have sex with you, but they also connected sexually to other individuals. It's based upon who's available. See, do not fall for that hype. You have been truly on your path healing you. Do not allow those people to dim your light. If you get a certain urge, you better shake that shit off. Do not reach out to that phone to call them. If they asking you to do certain things with you, whether or not that's just be around you, chill with you, talking about they want to cuddle, but you know what they try, man, do not fall for that hype, chosen when it's not worth it. You done detox your body from them. Your body done purged them. You do not volunteer yourself for that cycle again, because you know how hard that was last time you went through that shit. You barely made it out with your mind intact. So do you feel like you want to sacrifice your future while dealing with your past? Is that something that you even want to get caught back up in? No, it's not. So you're going to have control over your mind. Know what thoughts is yours and what's others, individuals trying to project onto you. See, you're going to know about a lot about those individuals that you was connected to based upon how you feel when you speak to these individuals. Certain thoughts is coming back. Certain feelings. Now you in your head. Now you contemplating breaking your celibacy for that so-so shit. Somebody who's been out there spreading themselves thin, that anytime somebody call, they gonna go up and lay up with them. See, nah, it's not worth that. You want that spark. You want that true love. You want that reciprocation, because you earned that. Do not allow the devil to psych you up like you missing out on certain stuff. You talking about, well, I've been doing good for a minute, so it's okay if I do it this one time. Nah. It's not. That's how they gonna finesse you, because they see how close you are from being in that position, whether or not that's that job, that soul tribe crew, or that person that God divinely orchestrated to be aligned with you. They see how close you are to them, so they gonna try to come back in and offer certain temptations again. Your true divine boo is already halfway to you. You just have to make a decision to look past that past person who's trying to pop up in your energy, the person who's trying to be aligned back with you. You're going to have to shake that off. You understand me? Which one are you going to choose? The person who showed you who they were. The person who showed you certain patterns that's connected to them. That person that no matter how much love you was giving them, that shit was not enough for them. That person that you pleaded with them to love you. You pleaded with them to accept you. You even sat there, went against your intuition for these individuals. Are you going to give up on you for these individuals who's doing the same thing that they was? See, I always tell you, these individuals got their soul on stink. So therefore, you done did the work. You done sat there and healed you. You done sat there and started to get confident within you. You started to pursue certain dreams and admirations that you had. See, that's equivalent to you correctly washing that ass, right? You done sat there and used that soap. You used that water. You wasn't just in and out. You took your time, right? See, chosen ones, I want you to think, see, I said this before and I'm going to say this again. You know how certain individuals will step in that bathroom, run that water, and ain't touched that water yet? Towel or wash rag is on arthritis dry, stiff as shit. How that soap ain't been touched, there ain't a bubble in sight. How they just got that water running, but they stepped outside of it. See, I want you to realize that there's certain people that you was connected to that was out here running that water. They wasn't doing the work. They was just out there killing time, right? They was out here, again, still doing the same shit, still watching the same flick, still sleeping with so-and-so, whoever gets presented, still sitting there walking in their ego, still chasing certain finances. See, you know whether or not it used to be you or a sibling or somebody you was connected to that would run that water but be standing outside of it. Or if they jumped their ass in their water, they just splashed around a little bit. They ain't used no soap to truly wash those crevices. You understand me? See, I want you to realize that there's certain individuals that souls on stink. They ain't really washed. They ain't really go heal not one thing. They sitting there again going dress up, spray themselves up like they truly took that shower, truly washed that ass. Whole time they not, they just sprayed some spritz on shit. See, you gonna start to smell that. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that just think about a group that you in. You walk past certain individuals, right? And because you with your friends, that's a reflection of you. So if you walk past a different group and they smell something foul, they gonna assume that it's you too. See, there's certain individuals that didn't do that work. They didn't heal them. They didn't really get to the center of why they doing what they doing. They didn't, again, wash certain crevices. They truly didn't heal them. They truly didn't establish or fight those certain addictions that they had, whether or not it was sexually, mentally, emotionally, so on and so forth. They just sat there and, again, dressed themselves up a little bit, presenting themselves in a nicer way, and was hoping that you ain't smell or catch on to that shit. Oh, nah. You not doing that. Because, again, the person that you with, that, if you got to remember, energy can't be can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. So therefore, again, you know how you in that room and somebody's cooking, and if they cooking some onions or peppers, if you in that room long enough, you gonna smell like that shit too. Now, when you step outside the house, you try to explain to other individuals that you not smelling like that because your body ain't fresh. You smelling like that based upon what somebody else was cooking up. See, chosen ones. Don't allow certain karma and consequences to bleed off on you that don't belong to you. That person that, again, didn't beat those demons, they just dressed them up a little bit. You around them long enough, how Jennifer Lewis say, if you sit in shit long enough, it starts not to stink. See, chosen one, you better be cautious of who you have connected to, because they didn't do the work like you. While you were separated from these individuals, they was doing the same thing. They had the same ways. They ain't changed not shit. Now, what they are going to seem like they changed their approach to you to make you feel like they not still stuck in that same cycle they was in. They going to come to you talking about, nah, I don't sleep around no more. I changed my ways. Whole time, if you was to look through their phone, they done slept with a new person every damn day. That person who talk about, nah, you know I love you. How are they displaying that? Because they doing the same thing that they was doing previously. And they only coming to you because the other person had walked away from them. Or the person that they selected over you, they realized didn't have the same qualities as you, didn't have the same abilities to manifest certain abundance, love, protection to come through. So therefore, they're going to have to come back to you because the person that they chose over you was an impersonator. They was out there trying to impersonate you, act like they was the divine feminine and masculine, and that shit truly wasn't true. See, chosen ones. You better catch on to that. Don't allow the past or the old you to get back in your head again. Because they're going to make you feel like, oh, well, that's not so bad if you connect with them, if you just do it once or twice. All they need is one night with you to try to ruin your life. See, they wasn't able to do that before. So you know they're going to come harder again. You know that they're going to try everything that they can to keep you in that cycle with them. They seen how you slipped out last time. Oh, they had stability over here. So what are they going to do? They're going to try to have you in your head. They're going to make it seem like you're going to have fun with them. They're going to make it seem like they changed their ways. The whole time they just changing the game that they playing. It's the same shit. You understand me? Family members too. See, you out here trying to rebuild bonds with individuals that you're not supposed to be connected to. You out here, because you've been by yourself, God isolated you, right? God isolated you in order to elevate you. So he had certain people that was pausing your progression. He had to have you walk away from them. If you didn't, he had them walk away from you. One way, shape, or form, they got removed, right? See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, that right now, because you've been isolated for so long, now you ready for certain love to come along. Now you waiting for certain sexual satisfaction. You waiting for certain abundance to get intact in. You sitting there getting tempted by that past shit. Just know that you was patient. Now you about to get everything that you earned and deserve, but it's going to be the right way. So I want you to realize that isolation is coming to an end, but you're going to have to be with like-minded individuals. You understand me? See, the same individuals that you would return to will put you through that same shit again because they truly didn't earn you. But if you be patient for your true soul tribe crew, that means taking a risk. Thank you, babies. If you take a risk, right, to connect with individuals that's truly for you. If you sit there and allow yourself to be more social, you show the true you, you're going to attract like minds. So therefore, the things that you want to do, you can do with these individuals because they're properly prepared for this position. They was waiting out just like you. See, chosen ones, you about to get everything that you earn and deserve. But don't allow the past to pop up to tempt you. Don't allow the past to pop up to, again, persuade you to join with them for a short period of time. Then you can get back to your shit. Nah, they trying to get themselves back in. We not doing it. You heard me? So shake them urges off. That shit's about to pay. It's all about to pay off. That partner that you about to be aligned with, you're not going to just get sexual satisfaction out of them. They going to love on you. They going to respect you. They going to acknowledge you. They going to show you off too. They going to speak life into you. They going to have certain work that they putting in as well. They going to protect you. They going to be confident that you have the ability to excel. They going to have an identity within themselves. They not going to be dependent on you. You're not going to have to look over this person's shoulder to make sure that they doing the things that they supposed to be doing. You're not going to have to be distracted from the work that you have at hand to sit there and look over their shoulder to make sure that they accomplishing. Nah, they going to already be aligned. They already going to be doing and playing a position. They already going to know exactly what you've been missing because they had to put that work in order to get in contact with you. Everything that you went through, they had to go through too because y'all are a reflection of each other. So don't allow these devils to tempt you because I promise you if you give in to them, it's not going to be worth it. That sexual urge that you have, all of a sudden you sleep with them and you're not sexually satisfied. So now you're regretting that you broke your celibacy for somebody who didn't even give shit to you. See, don't do it. Be patient. It's going to pay off. You understand me? See, why put yourself at risk or put the person that you're supposed to be with at risk too? Because you sat there and took moments, a short period of time to sleep with these so-so-ass individuals. That means that devil now has access back to you because you out here vibrating with some low-ass energy individuals. So now when you do align with your true boo, if you take that risk and sleep with them too, now those demons that came from your past boo will bleed off on them too. Now everything that they done worked hard to break through from, now that gets ruined because they sat there and put trust in you. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, you know how, and excuse me because that, then every time I had this window open, a fly flies in, so excuse me for that, right? But chosen ones, you know how those past people that you was connected to, they was out here entertaining other individuals, right? You know how they either slept with them, tried to, was finessing with them, friends, whatever the case may be, they had a violation in sight, right? I want you to realize that right now, your vibration is raising, it has raised really high. So now when you think about your divine partner, right, you calling them in. Whether or not that's a divine masculine or divine feminine, based upon your preference, you had to fill that shit in. You understand me? But right now, you calling your divine feminine or masculine. You already energetically are connecting with them. See, that past person that you thought was your person, you sat there and was speaking life into them. You seen certain signs and synchronicities when you was talking about the person that you was supposed to be with. You like, okay, well, you talked to them, you seen a 777 or you seen a 111. So you assumed that the person that you was in communication with was the person that you was calling out to. So when you was thinking about your divine feminine and masculine, you seen certain signs and synchronicities pop up and you thought that it was based upon the person that you was connecting to. Whole time now you was on a 5D, so that person that you was looking at wasn't even your divine individual. You was energetically calling them in. So therefore, again, if you was to settle for this past person, energetically you would be sleeping with sleeping with somebody that you wasn't supposed to be with. You would be cheating on your divine feminine or masculine. You understand me? So what you gonna do, chosen ones? You calling in your divine boo, chosen ones. You raising your vibration. So that's like that Superman or Batman sign. When you raise your vibration, that's you raising your light. Now that light is in the sky. Now that person that you're supposed to be interacting with, now they seeing that sign and you drawing them in. Now they getting closer to you. But you keep switching up and thinking that the person from your past was your divine boo. So when you hear people talk about, oh yeah, your divine masculine or feminine are coming back, you feel like it's that past person, but they really talking about the past person from that other lifetime that you was connected with, your true soul tribe, your true soulmate, your true twin flame. You out here huffing and puffing, rolling your eyes as soon as you hear about, oh, your divine partner. Oh, you're divine masculine, because you keep seeing it as that past person that you was with whole time. Now you turning down the person who's supposed to be coming in, because you assuming that it's talking about the past person that you was connected to, but that had no way, shape, or form were they any type of way your true divine boo. They was the karmic to show you certain things. So that's what, let's talk, chosen one. Your divine partner is going to have similar traits of that karmic that you was with. They either going to resemble them in looks, or as far as certain ways that they have, may be similar. So if that person used to like to laugh in your past, they were so funny with certain things, oh, your true divine boo got that too. Oh, you like this quality in this person because they had good work ethic. Okay, your divine partner is going to have that too. The difference is they ain't going to choose between work and you. They're going to be able to balance out both. You understand me? So the person that you used to be with, that is almost like a little guideline on certain qualities that your true divine partner is going to have. But instead of all the negatives that past person had, your true divine boo ain't going to have all of that. So that past person could have had 7 out of 10 things. That past person could have had loving ways, but they didn't look the way that you was attracted to. You ain't feel that spark with that individual. Or this person was loving, but they ain't have no go-getter mentality. Or this person was this, so they didn't have all of the things that you was looking for. That list wasn't checked off, right? So therefore, again, that wasn't your true divine partner, because if it's from the divine, you don't have to compromise. They're going to have everything on that list. That's how you know that they are who they say that they are. Because when you go to God and you have a certain list and you tell him specifically what you want and why you want it, and you know that, again, you want somebody that you're divinely aligned with, they're going to have everything on that list. You're not going to have to compromise with it. You ain't going to have to teach them to love you. You ain't going to have to teach them to respect you. You ain't got to teach them how to understand you. You ain't going to have to mold them into that individual. So chosen ones, I want you to think right now, you already divinely in a relationship. You understand me? You already divinely aligned with the person that you're supposed to be with. You just being patient to run into them, because before you actually came to earth, you stood above and you looked down. God already told you who you was going to be connecting with, who you was going to bring those spiritual children in this world with. Because I'm telling you, y'all may not know this, some of you do, but a lot of y'all are equipped to bring certain ancestors back through. So therefore, you that portal in a sense. You have to be with the correct individual. You understand me? So that means not settling for that past person because they could provide for you, but they wasn't there to sit there and speak life into you, love on you, show you acknowledgement to. Do not settle. You understand me at all? Because you are necessary in order to bring certain ancestors through. You are necessary to raise the vibrations of the world, not just you. You understand me? So when you know that you pack a powerful position, you got to be cautious of the individuals that you building with. The individuals that you willing to have a piece of that power with you. Are you going to allow somebody who's full of ego to have you bring through an ancestor? No, you're not. So if you know that you got a divine position that you got to play, you would select your person differently, right? Or would you settle? We ain't even got to say that. I know you would select differently. If God told you, listen, I want you to think about the person who would be the perfect parent for the children that you're supposed to bring in. The person that outside, if you had to restart or rebuild a world, who would you do it with? You select differently, huh? If you compare that past person to a future person that you're supposed to be connected with. So that past person didn't have the ability to build nothing. They was full of destruction. That past person lets a lot of pressure on you. You had to sit there and balance out the household where this individual failed to. That past person could sit there and bring in profit, but they couldn't provide any type of peace. That past person, or vice versa, they could have sat there and helped clean up, but they ain't contributed to protecting you, upholding that household, raising certain individuals. See, chosen ones, you better select the person that you want to restart your life with. If you knew that this person that you selected is somebody that you would restart the world with, you would select them differently. You wouldn't go based upon the person who is dressed fresh. You would be based upon the person who can build certain shit, right? They can plant, they can build, they can love on you. You ain't got to sit there and always look out for these individuals. They know how to look out for themselves as well as look out for you and your family too. Certain people that you don't have unnecessary pressure on you. Just because you can do it all don't mean that your ass need to do it. See, I'm telling you, right now you're going to have to be faced with the old you. That means old ways that you used to accept, old ways that you used to act, old things that you used to do. You're being forced to face the old you from these old individuals that's trying to be realigned with you. So when these past people show up, know that you facing you, the old you. So which one are you going to choose? You understand me? See, you could be scared of what the future has to hold for you, but you know what came with that past too, hurt. Your ass barely survived that. They tried to leave you for dead, whether or not that was energetically, mentally, spiritually, financially too. Some of them physically may have tried to harm you and take your life from you. Some of them try to sell your soul through other individuals. Some of them people paid practitioners in order to get to you. Some of them, you was having dreams about them, not because they was your true boo, but because they was out here doing come to me spells in order to get you to get in contact with them. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, there was a reason why those people from your past got missing. See, a lot of them couldn't reach out to you because every time they tried to call, those calls wasn't coming through. Every time they tried to go to that location that they knew that you was going to be, they just missed you. Why? Because that was divinely aligned on behalf of you from God. See, they couldn't reach out to you, so they gonna try to call your ass in. They gonna try to, again, either they masturbating, that's sex magic, people who think about you as they getting their rocks off to try to energetically call you in. Now you having sexual thoughts about those individuals. That's them trying to bind your ass. Shake that off. You understand me? Other individuals who are doing come to me spells to have you reach out to them. They thinking about you time and time again. Certain things that you went through with them. Certain things that they, again, certain illusions that they try and cast. They can't reach out to you, so they want you to reach back. It's a no for me. You understand me? Be cautious. Because these individuals, again, they sold themselves out. Because you were somebody that they were supposed to build with. See, chosen ones, when you truly chosen by God, because these demons, oh, they chosen too, but they not chosen by the same individual as you. So don't get it confused. See, chosen ones. I'm talking about the ones that God selected. Anything that you touch turns to gold. So you better be cautious of what you're paying attention to, what you're giving power to, who you're speaking life into, who you're putting on that pedestal, who you're allowing to share certain abundance, love, and protection. Somebody that you don't mind breaking down certain blessings with them. Why? Because they got blessings coming in too, and they're going to break bread with you as well. See, chosen ones, don't sell yourself out just for a good time. Because I'm telling you, you be patient. Your true divine true is going to come in. You're going to enjoy yourself with them. You're going to feel watered, nurtured, rejuvenated when you're around them. You understand me? So chosen ones, you're going to have to choose. Are you going to go back to these old individuals, or are you going to select the new you? Because you already seen, God promised you, listen, you stay on this path, I got you. Your addictions is going to go away. You're going to be healed. You're going to have confidence. Your purpose is going to be revealed. You're going to prosper. If you're patient with your purpose, that profit is going to come in. All these promises God made you, slowly but surely, you start seeing them, right? Those addictions, you don't need them no more. You slow down on your smoking because you don't need to smoke in order to disclose your feelings. You slow down on your drinking because you don't need that drinking to try to have you sit there and forget certain things that you was thinking. As far as your sexual urges, you out here celibate for a while now. You ain't giving in. You understand me? Your purpose, now you know your purpose. You was patient, now that profit's coming in. Now that love, now that acknowledgement. All those things God promised you, you starting to see. So what's the final result that he told you? You're going to be surrounded by love, abundance, positivity, prosperity, protection. He gave you all these promises, right? He told you what the end result was going to be, right? And slowly but surely, those things started to get revealed to you. You confident about you. Your intuition is coming through. You see what your purpose is. People are starting to support you. People are noticing you. Others are acknowledging you. Others are pursuing you. Man, you starting to see it. So what do you think that last thing is going to be? You're going to be completed. That person is going to get presented. You're going to get married to them. Something that you was scared, I'm trying to tell you, it's now here. That prosper. that money, that profit. You was patient with your purpose. Because I told you, when you in your purpose, the profit's the last to come in. Because God wants to see, is this something that you do because it's your natural calling, or are you doing it to get something out of it? See, now you put in that time where money could have been having to get stretched. Now you about to get blessed with full of all of this abundance. Now that money just getting by, now you got money to save on the side. Now it's going to double and triple, so on and so forth, all because you was patient and you was divinely aligned. See, chosen ones, don't allow the devil to finesse you at this last step. You was patient through all of that. You detoxed that out of your system. You did all of that. You healed yourself. Certain things within that you was feeling. You confident about yourself. You feeling, using your intuition. You out here helping you and helping other individuals too. Don't get finessed at this last step, because the past people going to try to present themselves back through. Why? Because they know out of all these steps, God told them, okay, look, I'm going to tell you how it's signed that. See, God told you this, but they was watching you. They was hearing you, so they caught on to it. God was like, listen, I want you to realize that there's a few steps that you got to take before you get this blessing. You got to detox this out your system. You did it. You got to sit there and really find God. Identify his voice. So you know how you on the phone with somebody that you love or you talk to every day, and as soon as, no matter if they call from their number that day, as soon as you hear that voice talking about, hey, you know exactly who it is. See, you had to get familiar with God's voice too, that intuition, that discernment, that voice that's within. You had to identify what is of God and what is somebody trying to imitate him. You understand me? So I want you to realize that you got familiar with God's voice. You started to listen. When God will do certain tests too. Something as simple as you feeling like, maybe I should take it from the right instead of picking this up from the left. And you like, why am I even feeling like that's a big choice to even take? God is training you. Like, you going to listen to that thought that comes, or you going to question on what it's telling you. So you could feel like, man, let me take this cart instead of that cart. That's a test. God is telling you just to see if you listening to his voice. It's almost like a testing, 1 2 1 2. How people on stage having a mic and they doing a little test. Like, can y'all hear me? Okay, cool, check. Oh, can you hear this? Okay, cool, check. God is getting you familiar with his voice. So something as simple as him telling you to take this card over here instead of this card over there. Oh, okay, well, you not saying hey to this individual, or you saying hey to them. See, certain things God is going to have you pay attention to, and you think it's something so simple, like, why am I making a big choice out of something so simple? That's God seeing, are you paying attention to his voice? Are you familiar? Do you know if that's him talking to you, or is that somebody trying to imitate him? You understand me? See, you starting to pick up on the difference. You started to trust your intuition, because there was a point in time where intuitively you felt that certain individuals wasn't doing you right. You knew that, or intuitively you felt that they was doing something to you. You felt a certain type of way about you, but they persuaded you not to trust you. They told you that they was crazy. That was just an illusion, because you ain't have no physical proof. Then all of a sudden time passed and you realized that you was right the whole time, that everything intuitively that you was feeling is getting presented in real time. See, again, certain tests that you're going to have, is that God talking to you, or is that projections from your past? See, chosen ones. If God raised the veil of these individuals, it's because you're not supposed to be around them. Do you think God is going to tell you the truth about somebody who's trying to kill you, talk bad about you, don't like you? You think he's going to reveal something to you for you to still be around these individuals? Huh? Do you think he's going to tell you that so-and-so cheated on you just for you to accept that cheating ass person again? No. He shows you, he reveals them, lifts that veil up so you disconnect away from them. Because in one way, shape, or form, you intuitively felt certain things about them, but you didn't trust your intuition because they had a way of persuasion. They talked you out of it. They finessed you, had you doubting shit, had you doubting that you knew what you was talking about, when God, again, your intuition and discernment is God saving you, giving you a heads up on what these individuals tend or intend to do to you before they have an opportunity to do it. You understand me? So I want you to trust your intuition. Know what voice is yours, what voice is God, and what voice is getting projected. I want you to not second guess you. I want you to trust your first instinct, what God tells you to do. So if God leads you in this direction and you so used to going over here, I want you to realize that God has something prepared. You understand me? Your plan B, C, and D has always been God's plan A. But you wasn't listening. You wasn't paying attention. You wanted too much control within it. So now you starting to see. Had you got the answers to your prayers, where would your ass have been? You understand me? If everything you prayed for, you got at that time period that you was praying for it, where would you be at now? Because you was praying for love, but you was praying for God to have you connected to that past person who was weighing you down. That you was praying for children to be conceived, but you was praying for children to be conceived through a demon. You understand me? So certain things that you was praying for that God didn't give you, at the time you had an attitude, at that time you was talking big cash shit, you was out here ungrateful, you thought that you was lacking. Whole time now you starting to see when you look back at your past that was God looking out for you, that you ain't get pregnant with that individual because they would have left you, or they would have sat there and had your children, have you connected to a different type of cycle. That person who didn't accept you as a love option, you was loving them based upon the potential that they could be, not what you was seeing. You was basing them on who they were supposed to be, but not who they chose to be. That's a different dynamic. So had those prayers got answered right when you demanded them, right when you was asking them, think about where your ass would have been at now. Huh? Because some of you can't even think about your past individual without getting disgusted. You damn near want to throw up. You out here not even accepting them or acknowledging that you used to be connected to them. So you went from pleading for them to acknowledge you, pleading for them to give a title to you, to now you don't even want to individuals to know that you know that past person that you was with. Every time you look at them, you get disgusted. If you had a conversation with them and a piece of they spit hit your lip, you be damn near sick. So chosen ones, you don't always know what God has in store. You just know that he's going to lead you towards your rewards. You understand me? That you just got to follow his voice. You just got to trust certain things you don't see. Because think of the position that you was at the time that you were seeing certain things. You was at a low level. You ain't have confidence. You ain't believe that you can have love. You ain't believe people loves you. You ain't believe that you was somebody that other people would want to be around. You ain't believe all these things about you because you was at a lower vibration. Your ass was close to the ground. So therefore, how could you feel like you seen everything if your frequency was low? You had to, again, think of a maze, right? When you in that maze, you can't see how to get out. You just got to go with that journey. Go and fill that shit out. But if you was above the maze looking down, you see your way out, right? See, some of you, it required you to raise your vibration. You had to see certain things from a different place now. You got out of it. Now you see certain things clearly. What you wanted at that time was based upon projections from those people that you was with. They wanted you to stay complacent. They wanted you to continue to pour into them. Some of them acknowledge the good qualities about you when you doing it for them. But if you was given to them, they praised you. If you was given to them, they loved you. But if you was to show your love and attention to other individuals around you, then they sit there and tell you that that's something that you shouldn't do. Why? Because they were selfish over your energy. They wanted to keep it for just them. You was they special or they magic genie in a sense. All they had to do was rub you a certain type of way and they wishes was going to get granted. See? You changed that. Now, again, you no longer that same person that you was when you was connected to them. You understand me? You raised your vibration. Now you seeing certain things clearly. You're not stuck in that cycle. You're not stuck in that maze. You're not stuck in those ways. So if you choose to hop your ass back down into that darkness to be around certain individuals that's still on their dark shit, all because they missed the light that you was providing, then that's on you. But know that you're going to have to start from scratch. And these opportunities that you about to obtain may not get presented again. So you're going to have to choose. Are you willing to sacrifice everything that you worked hard to grab, everything that you was patient for, and now you're about to see those things in your hand, that love, that protection, that affection, that acknowledgement, that true soul tribe, people that's going to protect you, respect you in certain rooms that you ain't even entering, certain people that, again, are genuine towards you, that's not out here spreading themselves thin to other individuals, that this person is your person, not that person and the next person's too, that you ain't got to be in any type of competition because they don't even realize that there's other people in their world because they got their full focus on you. You understand me? What you gonna do? Who you gonna choose? Because you gonna be faced to defeat the old you. And the old you is gonna come in various forms. Those people projecting upon you, those past people stepping up against you, those past people trying to befriend you again after they was unsuccessful at breaking you. Which one you gonna choose? God's way or the devil? Your past or your future? Which one? Because the past already showed you the patterns. You ain't even got to have talked to them in a while. You know what the next step is. Oh, they going to reach out to you. They going to try to joke with you. They going to try to buy certain things for you. They going to try to, again, say certain lovey-dovey things for you. They going to try to have you go back memory lane, but they don't want to talk about all the pain that you obtained when you was dealing with them. Oh, they want to go back memory lane, but they don't want to talk about dumb shit that they had did then. Some of them gonna come up with excuses and again try to persuade you that, oh, they changed. Nah. You can smell them. They ain't truly washed off. Soul still on stink, still doing the same shit, but just doing it differently. It's a no for me. You understand me? They gonna come in various forms. So some of them, you gotta know how the devil's gonna finesse you. Because you are empath, chosen ones. So, one, they're going to try to come back and be friends with you, go back down memory lane with you, whether or not this family, partnerships, that job position, they're going to try to give you a bare minimum offer just to shut your ass up. Then, they're going to have you walk away from who you truly are in order to give to them. Then, when they see that you're not willing to give up the new you for this toxic shit, they're going to come in and either, one, try to bully you, again, so talks foul things about you to make you feel bad or react to them. They're going to come through and try to make you sad about what they going through, but they only going through based upon the fact that they tried to send that shit towards you. Or they going to act like they suicidal, they so sad, they so mad, they so upset to try to still have a tie to your ass. You pull that. It has nothing to do with you. If they sit there and talk about they suicidal, they were suicidal way before they met you. Some of them just want that attention. Some of them really believe that. And if that's something that they want to do, you pray that they get their healing. But again, you wash your hands with them because they will hold you hostage, chosen ones. They'll hold you hostage by your feelings, by your heart, by your love, by your affection, by your protection. The fact that you don't want to see people go through certain foul shit, I'm trying to tell you, they going to come. Oh, now they missing their grandmother. Now they went through, oh, they mother, nobody loves them. Do you know what's going to happen? That they saying everything they saying everything in the book. I'm telling you, it's all going to come at one time too. 1 minute is you giving up on me. You ain't giving up on them. You giving into God. That's the difference. Oh, you giving up on me. Nah, if that's what you call it. I ain't giving up on you. I'm giving into God, doing what God told me to do. And he told me to get my ass away from you. So that's what I'm doing. You understand me? Then all of a sudden again, when they see that they ways or old traits is not getting you, they going to try to act like they sad or depressed. Certain people doing certain things for attention. They posting certain shit. They out here acting all depressed, huffing and puffing when they walk past you so that you can ask them what's going on. They out here posting certain sad-ass songs. They out here, you understand, that whole finesse. When you no longer give them attention, you look the other way. You don't even speak on that. You see what they posting, but you not focused, you doing you. You see what they saying to you, but you not responding because that has nothing to do with you. They gonna have to do what you did, and that's go to God instead. See, when you was hurting, when you was depressed, when you was sad, when you felt like your blessings was blocked, you couldn't go to them for them to help build you up. They was the people that was breaking your ass down. So what did you have to do? You had to go within and heal you. You had to go to God. So God could again provide certain enlightenment to you. So they gonna have to do the same thing as well. You understand me? So chosen ones, don't get finessed by the devil, because again, they gonna come and try to act like they change. When they see you still not giving attention to them, then they gonna act like they so sad and depressed. When you still not giving in to them, now they gonna get so mad that they rejected, talk all that shit to you, going to try to get a reaction out of you. Because again, if they can't be with you, if they can't trigger the love in you, the empathy in you, they gonna try to trigger the anger in you, so that you feeling how they feeling about the fact that you wasn't willing to accept this individual. You understand me? So see through that. They talking about they gonna do this to themselves, do that to themselves. Now listen. All you can do is pray for their healing. I pray that you heal. I pray that you heal what you got going on. But you don't stay with them, because no disrespect, if they willing to take themselves out, they willing to take your ass out too. So you out here talking about you trying to save this person from hurting themselves, but what if they end up hurting you? How many people is that going to hurt that you're connected to, that this person didn't allow their ego to win? Their ego didn't win, so now they feeling a certain type of way that you didn't give in. Now they going to try to have control over the situation. If they'll take themselves out, shit, they'll try to take you out too. So stay your ass away from these individuals. There ain't nothing that you can do to help them. You didn't sat there and spoke life into them. They didn't want to accept it. When you was loving on them, you ain't feel protected. When you was giving to them, they act like they ain't want it. So what can you do from that to them for them right now to help them from not doing the things that they wanted to do? Nothing. Nothing at all. So you being there is only putting you at risk too. Because if those demons is inside of them, those demons need a see, chosen ones, let's talk, right? I want you to think of this. There's certain people that you was connected to in your past that you was providing certain payments for them. So think about a vehicle, right? A car. You know how you got to have, if you have a payment for that car, where that means again, you got a loan on it, you got to sit there and uphold full insurance, right? Not only that, you gotta make your payments every month, right? If you don't, what happens? They gonna come back and snatch that, no matter how much money you put into that, right? What's owed is gonna have to be taken. See, what if I told you some of these individuals sold their soul, right? They sold their soul to addictions, certain people, certain sexual ways, certain so on and so forth. Some of them sold their soul to the devil too, trying to get some type of fame or some type of fortune that they could have had they been naturally them. God would have had provided, but that's another story, right? I want you to think of this. Certain people that you connected to, you was energetically providing certain payments for them. See, they did deals with the devil, right? They ain't have no soul to make no payment. They ain't have no love, affection, protection. They wasn't connected to God to have certain abundance come in. So what did they have to do? They had to use you. Why? Because you was doing the things that God asked you to do. You had monthly payments that was coming through, right? They connected to you. So every time they had sex with you, every time they got a reaction out of you, every time they was able to touch you, every time they was able to have in contact with you, that was them charging your card. So that's equivalent to you providing certain energy to them for them to pay those demons that they had made that contract with. See, when you snatched your energy back and you no longer was around them, they didn't have that payment. One, they wasn't putting in no work, so God wasn't rewarding them for nothing. They didn't learn their lessons, so they surely wasn't getting no abundance. They wasn't being right to people. They wasn't showing love. They wasn't being happy. They wasn't being healthy. They wasn't doing all these things. So that's equivalent to they wasn't doing their job. So there was no money coming in. So as soon as you disconnected from them, they no longer could charge your shit. So therefore, again, they not there putting those payments into that devil, and now they shit's getting snatched. Now they currently in lack because they wasn't successful at sacrificing your ass. See, they wanted you to sign up for that lease. They wanted you to sign up for many seasons with them. They wanted you to continue to, again, every time they had sex with you, that was them putting in a payment to that devil. Every time they got you in your feelings, they put a payment into that devil. Every time they had you reacting, that was a payment to that devil. When you stop acknowledging them, when you stop giving in to them, when you stop being in contact with them, when you stop thinking about them, when you stop wanting revenge about them, so on and so forth, when you just simply focused on you, everything around you started to build up while these individuals was losing. Why? Because they wasn't equipped for those payments. They was out here using you to pay their shit. See? It's no longer happening, chosen ones. You understand me? Your mother that you was out here doing certain things for just so that they can show love towards you. You was out here doing everything that they asked you just for them to acknowledge you. When you no longer seek validation through those individuals and you start confiding in God and you start being confident in yourself, everything started to align for you, but it started falling apart for everybody else. Why? Because you was the glue that held it together. Even those people that was hating on you, they was only friends because they befriended each other just to try to betray you. You understand me? So even the enemies were depending on you because they was depending on that hate that they had towards you, the fact that they wasn't confident in themselves and they try to break you down. See, that's the reason why they was cool. You understand me? So I want you to realize the whole time you have been the glue. You've been the person paying their payments. But now they don't got that. So now they starting to lose certain things. See, God, He provides you what you need. You understand me? The devil, he will finesse you out of certain things. Had you been authentically you, had you listened to what God told you to do, had you truly healed and worked on certain dramas and traumas that you had within you, you would have had certain abundance come through too, but you didn't. You try to finesse yourself into some blessings. No. It ain't happened. Now they learning their lesson. Now you got this glow to you. Now you see the hold that God has over you. Now you see that anything that the enemy tried to throw in your way, all those speed bumps that they tried to implicate, it wasn't successful because just like speed bumps, you might got slow down a little bit, but one thing's for sure, your ass is going to get over it. See, you paid attention to the signs and synchronicities that God was showing you. Oh, that person giving you the side eye. How you felt intuitively when they was around. How soon as you got cool with them, certain things started to get taken out. See, you paid attention, right? That's that slow down sign. That's that yield. That's that speed bump ahead. That's those signs and synchronicities on the side that you was paying attention to, right? Again, other people try to rush around you. They try to beat you to the direction that you was going in. Some of them try to be you. Some of them try to deceive you. Some of them try to run you off the road, but they was unable to. See, you slowed down a little bit. See, you slowing down is the reason why you didn't crash and break up and mess up your foundation. See, had you sped through, not paid attention to those signs and synchronicities that God was showing you, you would have hit that shit with your bumper, would have messed your whole shell up. You wouldn't have been able to drive nowhere. But the fact that you paid attention, and again, those things that they try to throw at you, you already paid attention to it. You already listened to what God was telling you, so therefore you slowed down, but your ass still got over it. Those people that try to rush over you, they hit that shit hard, now they broke down. And they watching you from a different view. Now they can't rush around you, they stuck. You understand me? So don't allow the past to pop back up. Don't allow them to tempt you with a good time. Don't allow them to sit there and feel like you can be in the room with God and still have a room in there with certain demons. Oh, nah, you're going to have to choose your side, and you better choose wisely. Your past or your future. Your past or your future, because you're going to have to select it. You're going to have to choose. Your true divine boo is coming through. Your position with that purpose and that profit is already aligned for you. You already here. If you really think everything that you previously was praying for has been presented, and guess what's going to happen? You continue to listen to God, and it's going to continue to get replenished. It's just going to build up. You understand me? So at first, you ain't had no job. Then you got hired. Then all of a sudden, you got bills to pay. There was once upon a time where you ain't even have no place. Now you got a job, something that you didn't have. Now you had some bills, so that means you have something, a place that you lay your head, or you got a car, whatever the case may be, you got bills, right? Right now, you live in check to check. But there once was a time where you ain't even had that check coming in. So you're not even realizing, because it's not no big sign, you don't even see how you're progressing. So now you live in check to check. What you think's going to be next? Now you got money to put on the side. Now you got money to invest in other things. Why? Because you was patient with your process. Chosen ones, you already where you've been asking to be. You understand me? So you better be grateful, showing love and appreciation to God, because he's already presenting these things. All you had to do was be patient. What's the last thing that's going to be presented? Abundance, protection, your true soul tribe, happiness, everything's aligning for you. So don't allow the past people to project their energy on you and tempt you to go through that cycle again, or re-sign that lease with them when God finally got you out. Now you about to move into a different crib without them. Now you get to enjoy your surroundings. Now you get to have great memories without them. Now again, you're not going to have to heal. You already healed. So now you get to just enjoy this abundance. See, chosen ones, you was patient. And it's going to pay off, I promise you. So just know your true divine boo is almost close to you. But it's up to you on how fast this person comes in. Because one minute you want love, the next you running from it. One minute you want that lovey-doveyness. Now all of a sudden you want some spice, or you're not sure, you uncertain. That's that past people trying to project on you. That's the devil trying to persuade you not to accept the things that's truly for you. If you feel a spark within an individual, mind, body, and soul aligns with it too. Everything that you're seeking, they are accomplishing as well. Certain things that they have the ability to do, so you ain't got to look over their shoulder. I'm trying to tell you, chosen one, this your season. Celebrate it. But pay attention to how you feeling. If you have sexual urges, you're going to have to pray them off of you. Because that's the people trying to do certain love spells on you, trying to manifest you in. Do not get caught back in that cycle. Because if you entertain them, whether or not you having sex with them, or you choose to masturbate while you think about them, you connecting yourself to that cycle. Shake that shit off. You understand me? If they wanted to have a good time, nah. Whether or not that's them taking you out, you clubbing with them, whatever the case may be, nah. You don't sit there and entertain no type of demons. Thank you, babies. You don't entertain no type of darkness. You understand me? You patiently wait for your true soul tribe to show up, align with you. As long as you being authentically you, you're going to be able to catch on to see who your true soul tribe is too. You understand me? Great things align for you, baby. I promise you. But listen, I got to get up off of here because I do have some readings to do. Remember, I'll never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive it. I thank you so much for y'all blocking those fake pages and reporting them. Again, remember, the only way to book your reading is one, you got to be ready to receive it, because I ain't sugarcoating nothing, all right? I'm going to tell you who's for you. I'm going to tell you about your past, your present, your future too. Who's for you, who's against you, what you do to you, what cycles connected to you, if that's your true divine boo, if that's a karmic you're entertaining, so on and so forth. But you got to be ready to receive that message, all right? Also, thank you so much for everybody who's booked their coaching sessions. I love hearing about your experience. I appreciate all the love and acknowledgement that y'all give me. You understand me? I love you. Please remember, I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube. So turn your notifications on. Excuse me. I love you, all right? Now, again, if you're ready to receive your message and book a reading, I have readings of all types. The link is in my bio, all right? So for your coaching sessions, you on the phone with me, you can ask me as many questions as you want pertaining to clarity, all right? As far as your personal prophetic readings, I record those for you because I stand silent in everything that God tells me to tell you. So that's going to be a confirmation. You can replay it as many times as you want, as long as you want. That's yours to save, all right? So if you just need that pick-me-up, or you just need clarity again, or confirmation, a reminder, I got you, all right? I love you. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, baby, you know how to reach me, all right? Y'all be great.